this game are very annoying. Oh crap. Forgot. I should heal. Oh, that's another thing. The tracking in this game is ridiculous. Dreadful. I don't know if you can. The tracking, like, there was a tremendous amount of complaining about Dark Souls 2 tracking from people who really didn't have I'm gonna be honest, they didn't have a clue what the heck they're talking about. They did not understand that Dark Souls 2 tracking was not a problem for the most part. There was, like, the mimics were ridiculous. And the, well, I don't know if I'd call it tracking of the mimics, it's more the hitbox, but, I mean, maybe there's some, like, occasional exception or something I can't think of, but generally the tracking was not bad. What people didn't understand was the animation wasn't good. Like, they would sort of turn on a swivel. It was like they're on a swivel. They didn't move their feet and look like like an actual person turning. They would, which is definitely greatly improved in this. There's no doubt the animation is pretty good in this game. But the Dark Souls 2, it didn't have a tracking problem at all. People were completely clueless. The tracking was, I have no idea how people are getting annoyed by the tracking. The tracking was not a problem at all in Dark Souls 2. Like, yes, it was improved in some ways from Dark Souls 1, but that's because the game, they knew they're making the game for a lot of people that already played the series. And it certainly wasn't to a ridiculous extent, and the game was slower, so in fact, in some ways I would argue it was easier. And but it was not the tracking, it was just that their animation looked off when they turned. It wasn't that they were extremely good at tracking, it was just that their animation didn't look good. But this game, they start off attacking one way and then hit the other way. It's so ridiculous. Like, there's hardly a safe place around them. This, like, it's just a constant game of getting out of the way, getting out of the way, getting out of the way. Because you can't, like, you can't sort of find the safe spot. You have to constantly be moving to find to get into the safe spot, because the tracking is just so ridiculous. It tracks you so late. It's just so annoying. Bloodborne had tracking was going that way. I think it's even more extreme in this game. Although those well beasts in the, what do people call them, shark things in the well in the DLC, the tracking on those things is absolutely ridiculous, especially considering how hard they were as enemies. That was just stupid. But the tracking in this, and then this, like, oh man, I really, really hate these stupid snake I don't know what they are, these dark snake things that grow out of them. They're so extremely imbalanced, for one thing. Like, I mean, I guess that's a boss, so I can sorta, that sorta fits in a way, and it's close to a bonfire, so I would still say maybe a little imbalanced, but okay, I'll let that one go. But these ones you fight on the high wall, they're ridiculous. They're some of the hardest. I would say that's some of the hardest encounters in the game from what I've played of the game. And they block the whole screen. Oh man, there's so much viewing problems in this game. Bloodborne had some of that too. That is one thing that I love way more about Dark Souls 2, is there's way less viewing problems. Here, these things are constantly jumping around, spinning around, tracking you like crazy, big gigantic blobs in your way. Broken straight sword. There's so much stuff in your blocking your view constantly. That is just is an endless source of annoyance for me. I hate that. Whoa. Let's get out of here. A single homeward bone for some reason. I mean, I guess it makes sense at the start of the game. There are some other spots, I think, where there's like one homeward bone. It's like, why is there one homeward bone here? I mean, I generally think it's meant to use it. When they only give you one, it's like, okay, you want to get out of this area, here you go. But some places still seem kind of weird. Oh, that's... I'll be getting into that, too. Ambush. People complained about ambushes in Dark Souls 2. Holy cow, it's nothing compared to this game. Like... Dark Souls 2, with 3... I mean... There wasn't really that many ambushes in the first place, of more than like 2 enemies at a time. There was a lot of times where 2 enemies attack you at the same time. So if you call that an ambush, then you're definitely right. There's a ton of those times. But it was a lot slower. It was a lot slower. You have a lot more time to react. You can run out of the way or do attack or whatever. It gives you way more time to do what you want to do. So an ambush isn't really as much of an issue when it's way slower. It's like if you could play this game in slow motion. It would suddenly become a lot easier because you have more time, because the computer doesn't need any time to think. Time just is a player advantage. The more time, the more advantage to the player. But this everything is so herky-jerk, jumpy, twitchy. In this game, it's just... Oh, these dogs are so annoying. Oh, man. Although I will say, there's basically one way to fight them. Shield, attack them. They're just too annoying. Like... The shield attack is kind of cheap in a sense. When you just it kind of feels cheap if you're just reducing them to that over and over and over again. But the thing is, the encounters are so annoying. Like, I'll play the risky style when it's fun. I mean, not all the time, but I'll play a little risky when it's fun. When there's like, oh yeah, I got the shot in. I took the chance, I did it. But when it's a stupid dog just back jumping out of the way constantly. Here's an attack, jumped out of the way. Here's an attack, jumped out of the way. It's just, that's just too much. And then, I think I'm generally gonna get most of the stuff that I know about in this playthrough, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not making any promises. Who knows? This is just a release of annoyance playthrough. Or maybe it's not a playthrough. And this guy's tough. There's a shield there. Oh yeah, that's another thing I find annoying about this game. I think maybe I have more to expand on. Ember, just above Firelink Shrine entrance. What is over here again? Yeah, I'll get that later. I want to get the Uchi next. That guy, it's a good chance that guy kills me though, to be honest. Oh, every time I get kindled, it's like a countdown to death. It's just like I'm magnetically attracted to death as soon as I get kindled. It's hilarious. It's like insta-death time. I got kindled insta-death. Crestfallen? I don't think he's actually called Crestfallen, but that's what I call him. Mainly because I don't remember his name. FromSoft call people the same thing over and over and over again. Even though they claim they want to do new stuff. We're going to stop making Dark Souls 3 because we got to do new stuff. We can't just do the same stuff over and over again. Oh, really? New stuff. Can't do the same stuff over and over again. Well, who's that? It's the same blacksmith, Andre from Dark Souls 1, for no reason. You didn't have to put Andre. There's no need to put Andre in. But whatever.
Welcome to the bonfire. I'm a fire. The Lord.
Yeah, I'm not really blabbing here.
Very well, then take
oh, and then here's another problem. The stats. Okay. Once again. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs. I haven't looked up stuff, so I could be saying things that people know are wrong, but whatever, I don't care. Okay, luck. Okay, totally useless. Again, another totally useless stat. It's like resistance. Okay, faith. I mean, I guess it's okay for heals. I guess. Intelligence. Magic is so freaking useless. It's unbelievable. I'm playing a magic character, and honestly, the first place where it actually felt like, oh, I finally have there's finally a point to magic was Irithyll Dungeon. That was the first place. And even then, I have stacked out. I've blasted my intelligence up. I have all rings that increase. I have 1 casting speed, and all the rest are increased sorcery. And that's the first place I could kill those gargoyle things in 2 shots, barely. And it's like, oh, magic finally did something. 800 hours into the game. Magic is not completely, totally useless. We found one thing! The most annoying things is some of the bosses, because again, because everything in this game's got to be twitch, jumping around like a jackrabbit. The magic is just like, boom, takes so slow to cast with it, which is understandable, fine. You can't have it ridiculously overpowered either. But when the bosses are jumping around like that, you miss the attacks. It's like, well, why am